Marcucci here in the video, and today we're going to be talking about Ondo or Ondo Finance. I'm making this video because one of my good friends, Will, told me, hey, Ondo has 76 cents. Should I buy? And obviously I am biased, but not financial advice, do your own research. But this is my research for him so he could have everything that I love about this project and everything that there are some negatives. I'm not going to say everything is jolly, dolly, and good. There's obviously some positives and negatives with every single project except Bitcoin. Anyways, I think it's a great buy. I think what they want to become is Wall Street 2.0. We can see here they had like an Ondo summit, and this is the CEO Nathan. Just one of the positives first. I just want to get that out of the way. It is a team. So Nathan and Justin worked at Goldman Sachs for a digital assets team. They were working between 2019 and 2021 with Goldman Sachs, and since then they kind of started to start Ondo. And they want to bring tokens on chain. So that's what they do. At Ondo, we design institutional grade platform, assets, and infrastructure to bring financial markets on chain. Everything is going to be on chain, William. Everything is going to be digitalized. And I think Ondo has the perfect opportunity to do that. So I will say though, obviously market cap, they're ranked number 38. Market cap is 2.41 billion. So not a small project by any means. And fully diluted valuation is 7.64 billion. Total supply is 10 billion and circulating supply is 3.15 billion. If we look here at the unlocks, majority of them are going to happen 3 times. Well, all of them are going to happen between 3 times in the next 3 years. So January 17th, 2026, January 17th, 2027, and 2028. It goes to the team, equity investors, foundation, and the DAO, and it is 17%. So it is a lot of the supply, right? So those are a little bit of the negatives. And we have this contract address or wallet that controls 62%, and then this one 4.9%. So, obviously those are some negatives, and people will say, as a team, everyone knows them. Yes, I trust the team, I love the team, but for whatever reason, sometimes stuff happens. So I just have to say that out there. And the decentralization score is 13%. I will say though, here it is. Here are the wallet maps. Obviously this big address has 62%, and then we have these like other small clusters. I don't really see anything else. I'm assuming some of the wallets are from the team and some early investors and whatnot, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna watch a video now from Nathan, the CEO of Ondo, and then Sergey from Chainlink. So it's just gonna be a short video. I'm gonna post this in the description down below. Please watch this video too. And one of the comments is really funny. He says, these guys are literally changing the world. And there's a few comments in this video. So glad influencers are distracting people from life-changing wealth. I'm gonna just like this, and I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you for this video. No, LOL. Here you go. I also liked it. So let's get to watching it.
How do we actually file for different types of public securities in the US, whether they're 40X funds or wrappers of, Apple and Tesla and other Reg NMS securities? How do we do that in a way where the tokens are useful and can be used in DeFi? That is clarity that the SEC can, and I'm optimistic will provide. And then once we get that, we're off to the races in the US. I mean, we don't need new legislation like we do.
So yeah, it's just a short clip. He says basically the infrastructure is there, like everything is there, ready to go. We just need a little bit of clarity. And I think we're gonna get clarity maybe by the end of the summer, at least by this year. I think we're going to have some regulatory clarity on what products they can offer here in the US and what products they cannot offer here in the US. Because right now, some products are here in the US, but not all of them. And that's really important, right? They are building something so big, and it's not even in the US. So I just think this is going to go cataclysmic. Anyways, he says the vast majority of regulated financial assets will be settled on blockchain rails in the future, he noted. And that's not a crazy prediction. So yeah, man, this is the future. This is really the future. And then we see here too, The vision, this is another interview by Blockwords. He says that the visions behind Ondo Global Markets is enabling global on-chain access to publicly traded US Treasuries through modern infrastructure that supports real utility distribution and composability. So yeah, I don't know. This is just something I'm not gonna get a bet against. Anyways, here are the products. So they have different products. They have the USDY, which is the US dollar yield, not available in the US, but they have a OUSG, US Treasury funds. And then we can see here the price is $111, APY is 4.09%, TVL 708 million, and it's available on Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and XRP. And we can see here all time it has increased tremendously. It was like $100 and right now is $111. And who is eligible? So accredited investors, qualified purchasers. So accredited investors, I think you have to make over 150,000 a year or 300,000. I'm not really sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's accredited investors. The primary asset is built, so it's BlackRock's USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund. It is 24/7 liquidity via USDC. So back then, before is 9 to 5, 5 days a week, sometimes 4 because there's days off and blah blah. We don't need that anymore. It's gonna be 24/7, which is amazing, incredible. Minimum mint is 5K and minimum redemption is 5K, and no management fees until October 1st. So if you're a credit investor watching this video and you don't live in the US or you are in the US, you can take advantage of this. And the fund expenses is up to 0.15%. And let's look at some metrics, right? So since last year, which OUSG was $52,000, 2023, right now is 2.72 billion. So yeah, humongous increase. Holders 15,000, and I expect these numbers to increase. Total value in a couple months is gonna be 3 billion, maybe 5 billion. Holders gonna be 20,000, 30,000, maybe 50,000. Who knows? Monthly active addresses 1,525. We can see here there are some other assets. There are Mantle, Aptos, Arbitrum, Mantra, and I don't know why Polygon is at 0. Maybe it's a typo or an error. But yeah, you can see it here. Everything that you kind of need to see. Also, really important. Obviously, you build all these products and blockchains to generate fees. And we can see here they are generating a large amount of fees. So 4.34 million in May, and in June they are making 3.34 million in revenue and 3.77 in fees. So these numbers, hopefully, I do think they're going to increase. As well as you can see here, the fees by chain. Ethereum controls mostly everything, and Solana second, Mantle, Sui, Noble, Aptos, and Arbitrum. And last but not least, I want to see the active addresses. And I've never heard of this Dinari, so I have to look at it. But number 2 in active addresses in RWA issued in daily, weekly, and monthly. So number 2 here, and number 2 here. So not really much I can find on Token Terminal, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I think that's the end of the video. Let me see, transaction count. Yeah, transaction count to number 2. So yeah, they're basically number 2 in every single metric, and maybe soon to be number 1. Anyways, in terms of the price, obviously the high was 214 and it's down 64%. Mostly everything is down 60, 70, 80, even 90% in most altcoins. And not all altcoins are going to thrive, not all altcoins are going to succeed. But I just think this one is one that is going to succeed. I possibly think it could reach $5 to maybe $10. If not this year, probably next year. And sometime soon, maybe even more. Who knows? If in crypto, tokens and market cap and fully diluted market cap really don't make sense. It's all about narratives. And if you have the narrative of Wall Street 2.0, people are going to chew into that. Like when Solana was coming out, Solana was going to be the next Ethereum, or bigger than Ethereum. When Bitcoin came out, Ethereum was going to be bigger than Bitcoin. So yeah, you need all these kind of stuff to work along. But I do think once Ondo starts coming here in the US and more US investors get exposure, right? and maybe we even see products for people that are not institutional investors. For regular investors, I think this is going to do wonders. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video, and hopefully, William, you enjoyed it. I love you, my brother. Te amo, cabrón. Nos vemos la próxima. Bye bye.